I'm Winifred Gillespie, or Winnie Gillespie, and I did a video on starting with bees some time ago, and we left the beehive out in the yard to make honey. And I wanted to show you what we got. This is one of the later combs. It isn't full because it was later in the season and there wasn't a lot of honey out then. But we took these combs that we put in last spring and took them out, and these up here are capped. So when we want to get the honey out, we have an electric knife that's heated, and we take that and we slice the caps off like this, and we save the wax because that's what we can make candles and other things out of. You know, there's so many uses for beeswax. And then we put it in an extractor, and the extractor spins it around like this, and the bee cells are tipped up a little bit so the honey don't fall out when it's just nectar. So the bees have dried the nectar, and now it's thick enough and it'll come spinning out, hit the walls of the extractor, and then we'll take it out through a honey gate at the bottom. When we take it out through the honey gate, it has little pieces of wax and things from the comb on it, so we strain it in pails. The ones we use are much larger than this. This is the last pail that I did, and I got a little, and these are pieces of wax and maybe little pieces of pollen and stuff. But this is just strained. It's not filtered like a commercial one would be. And so this hasn't been heated. It has just been strained. So this is what you call raw honey, because it has never, nothing has ever happened to it except it's been strained. So when you are looking at honey to buy and people talk about raw honey, that means it's out of the comb, that's it. The only thing you're not getting is the chunks of wax and stuff like that that might be in there. When raw honey is put in a container, what I do with it is a little different than probably commercial people, because I leave the container sit for a certain amount of time, and the honey crystallizes. And I think a lot of you have had occasions to go with or look at granulated honey. Well, there's some that gets very fine. I don't know why it does it, but it does. And that's what I have in this jar. And this is a jar of raw cream, naturally creamed honey. And it has a real fine texture. It's not grainy, and it's real easy to eat on toast because it stays there. If you have children, that's a wonderful thing to have, is honey that stays on the toast. It's good to put on fruit. It's good to put in teas. Cooking, I wouldn't do that because you're going to pay more for this type of honey. This here honey can't be called raw because it's been heated lightly one time to keep it crystallized. All the liquid honey in the store, this has happened to. And probably most of your creamed honey, because there's a process they use using this kind of honey. They seed it with this honey to get it creamed. That's a whole another issue. So we have your honey. You can get them in all kinds of containers, and I want you to know you have to learn to read the label. And one thing you need to know, make sure if you want good honey, to talk to your local beekeeper and get honey from them, because then you can see exactly what they've done with it and how they do it, and you can talk with them. So I'll say goodbye for now, and we'll probably continue on in another video.